The Melbourne Cup may have been the race most of us were watching today, but there was another race financial markets were fixated on, and that's the race to 6,000 points. It was a photo finish, but the S&P ASX 200, which tracks our top 200 listed companies, just crossed the finish line amid a trifecta of steady official interest rates, a record on Wall Street and surging oil prices. Saudi Arabia's political purge is adding to geopolitical risk in the region, sparking a 3% rally in the oil price to a two-year high.
They saw large gains today in our market in energy and mining stocks, which led our index higher.
Global markets rallied. Japan's Nikkei soared to levels not seen since 1992, already on a high from Shinzo Abe's election win, while over on Wall Street, shares edged into new territory.
And there's very little inflationary pressure out there in the market, so that means that there's a really constructive outlook for risk assets and equities in particular.
And there's likely to be very little inflationary pressure here for the foreseeable future. For the first time in 6 years, the Bureau of Statistics changed the way it measures the Consumer Price Index to more accurately reflect how Australians spend their money. It will now pay more attention to rent and power costs and less to food and clothing.
We will probably get a bit of a nudge down in inflation in the fourth quarter when this new measure applies.
Low inflation was key to the Reserve Bank Board's decision to keep official interest rates on hold for a 15th consecutive month at a record low of 1.5% today. In its accompanying statement, Governor Philip Lowe said one continuing source of uncertainty is the outlook for household consumption.
I see interest rates still going up, but probably not until the second half of next year. I think for now the bank's a bit spooked by that weak consumer, but I think by the time we get into the middle of next year and beyond, they'll be getting worried about the excesses in housing and that very high household debt.
So by the close, the 200 finished above 6,000 for the first time since the GFC. The All Ords, which tracks the top 500, hit 6,000 last week. BHP reached a two-year high. CBA was the best of the banks. The higher oil price wasn't good for Qantas today. The Australian dollar buying a little over 76.5 US cents. And that is the day in finance.